Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, I would like to say that our committee substitute is separate, and it should be in front of you all.
Shirley Tubbs, committee substitute for House Bill 3764.
It's not perfect yet, but it's a starting point in addressing the problems in administrative segregation. Currently, there are 8,500 inmates in ADSEG. The ultimate goal of this bill is to reduce the number of inmates in ADSEG and eliminate the unforgiving mental effects of being held in a cell for 23 hours a day. I understand that these inmates are in ADSEG for either not complying with the rules or for protection, but this treatment is inhumane. One of the goals of the imprisonment is to rehabilitate, and rehabilitation is impaired when inmates only leave their cells for 1 hour each day. What studies show is that ADSEG leaves negative lasting effects on the inmates, and this bill aids TDCJ in developing a system that addresses these issues. The goals of this are twofold. First, to change the system so that the harsh effects are lessened, and second, to reduce the costs associated with holding people up there. There are a few things in this committee sub does. First, it requires TDCJ to report information about ADSEG, including the number of mental health referrals, suicide attempts, recidivism rate, and other information that you'll find in the bill listed. Second, the committee substitute will require TDCJ to create a plan by June 2012 that identifies ways to change conditions that are in place for all ADSEG inmates. Based on the inmate's risk and safety, the plan must provide an inmate with the opportunity to participate in programs and services that are beneficial and reduce the negative effects. Many of these suggestions and changes come from the American Bar Association standards on the treatment of prisoners. There's also some written testimony from several people in support of this from around the country. Committee Substitute HB 3764 will put TDCJ in charge of creating a plan to reduce the number of people held in administrative segregation, reduce the cost per day for those inmates, and address the concerns without harmful effects. We're still working out final changes to the committee substitute, and we welcome any input. Members, if you don't have any questions for me, we have some witnesses here to talk about the benefits of this bill, and I'm glad I was here for Kane, so now we know we're giving him a lot of work, to do a study on private and then also ADSEG.
Members, any questions for Ms. Marquez? Mr. Kane?
Yes.
You have a study question for her.
Just curiosity more than anything. Are there any data that currently establishes that ADSEG is having a significant detrimental impact on those that are detained there?
Yes, sir, there is, and I can provide that to your office. There's several advocacy groups, and I'm sure that you'll be probably hearing from in this next week that have the information on what that does psychologically to someone that's put in there.
Okay. Is the intent to eliminate the, as I understand it, ADSEG is more of a disciplinary goal than anything. Is the goal there then to eliminate administrative segregation?
I guess we can ask TDCJ exactly what their intent is when they do ADSEG, but we're just trying to not look at it as a form of punishment and to really look, are we helping anybody by putting them in ADSEG? Are we saving any money? Is this really something that's necessary? I think it's what we're trying to address. Now, as far as what they use it for right now, I'm not sure, but that'd be great for them to come up and
we will